Hello guys, it is Tiffany here. If this is your first time ever watching, I'm a business coach and I help coaches quit the 9 to 5 and make high ticket sales and go full time as a coach. Or, and also I'm kind of adding hypnotherapists and healers because I feel like it's definitely needed. So many people are lost on how to grow a business, and if you are lost, if you are feeling stuck, know that you're not alone, for one, and for two, know there's answers. So if you're popping on live, say hey. If you're watching the replay, say hey. Let me know in the comments you're here. Let me know how you're doing and where you're coming from. So I'm going to dive in. Low engagement. Like, so many people are stressing out about engagement. So many people are like, oh my God, I feel like I'm speaking to a wall. Oh my gosh, I feel like no one's responding to me. I don't even know if this business can work. And so many people are relying on engagement to tell them if their business is going to be successful or not, or if they're good enough or not. And that is total BS. Do not freaking join in on all of the hype. We see all of those posts that are like, if you see this, say hey. If you see this, say hey. And like, it's just, yes, that will probably create some engagement, right? People are going to say hey, and people are going to tune in. Hey, Heidi. People are going to tune in. But at the same time, it is just because you have engagement does not mean that it's going to turn into a sale. People don't buy because your Facebook is engaging. People don't buy because they see that random post that says, hey, say hey if you see this. No one's seeing my post, And I understand the algorithm, yes. That will create some engagement, but on that post. It doesn't mean that people are going to go to your page. It doesn't mean that people are going to see more of your stuff. It doesn't mean that Facebook's going to show more of your stuff. If you have low engagement, the thing you need to do ASAP is stop freaking worrying about engagement. Be in the mindset of creating so much value and so much content for your ideal client, to where they tune in and you are so focused on giving, you are so focused on creating valuable content that you are not looking back on, did anyone watch my video? Did anyone comment on my stuff? Did anyone like that? So many people are allowing the engagement and the likes and the comments and the shares to determine if their business is going to be successful, if their business can work. So many people are deleting posts and deleting videos because they look back on it and they realize, oh my gosh, no one liked that. No one commented. 3 people watched. What's the point of even doing this? And the reason I'm going to tell you this is because the reason I'm going to tell you to stop looking at it is because it does not matter. It does not matter. Yes, if you have more engagement, more people are going to see your stuff. More people are going to comment. More people, more people. But it doesn't matter. If you are starting out, no one knows you. We are in a busy online space where everyone is doing something and everyone is popping on, scrolling, and seeing random posts all over the place. There's probably a ton of people that are doing what you do. And we live in a busy world where people might not even see your post. But I believe that everything happens for a reason and in divine timing. And that all it takes, if you are showing up consistently and you're not allowing, oh, no one saw that, no one engaged, no one commented, to stop you, and you continually, consistently keep showing up, it doesn't matter about how many people liked it or commented on it. All it matters is that one person can see it. One person can see it. And all it takes to make a high ticket sale, all it takes to start going full time, all it takes to make this work is for one right person to come into your online space and see one piece of content, one post, one live video. Get so much value out of it, get so much help out of it that they want to buy from you. Just because there's a lot of people out there that have tons of engagement that aren't making sales. There's tons of people out there that have zero engagement, low engagement, and are making tons of sales. So realize, if you allow the engagement that you have on your content to decide that if you're not good enough for this, or you are good enough for this, or if you're going to be successful, or, you know, if people like your stuff, you know, if you let that decide for you, you are not going to be able to make this work. Engagement doesn't matter. Making money matters. Making money and having people buy from you is what a business is. Helping people, creating value is excellent marketing. And so and that's what really helped me, because I was like that. I was so afraid, like, God, I was so afraid to put myself out there. And then when you finally do put yourself out there, you expect people to comment, you expect people to engage, and then when they don't, and you're looking back on all your stuff and you're like cringing because you're like, who is this person? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm feeling so lost. And you start second guessing yourself. You want to delete your stuff, and then you feel not good enough, and then you hold yourself back, and then you stop showing up, and then it's just a vicious cycle. So realize, like, what helped me was creating content and just focusing with the mindset of someone needs to hear this, someone needs to hear this, someone needs to hear this. And I was going into the market, I was doing the market research, I was seeing real people that were asking questions, that were asking about the real information, and saying they had real struggles that I could solve, and I focused on that. I know this person needs to hear this. I know someone needs to hear this. I know someone needs to hear this. So every piece of my content is based on, I know someone needs to hear this, and I'm going to share it. And it doesn't matter if no one saw that post. It doesn't matter if anyone saw that video. Someone, literally, and this is the cool thing about it, today you could do a live video, have 1 to 2 views, and then like a year from now, people could come into your world and they could binge on all of your content. I've had it happen. People have told me that. I just found you and I'm watching all of your content. So know that, like, just because the views or the engagement isn't where you want it to be, it doesn't determine if you get to be successful or not, because one person could come into your world today. You could bring someone into your world today. You could connect with someone today. Someone could randomly be looking up hypnotherapists or coaches or healers, whatever you're doing. They could look that up and they could find you on Facebook and watch one video. And to you, without you knowing what everyone else is doing and what's going on, to you it's going to look like one view. To you it's going to look like one view, and you're in your head you're going to be like, I'm not good enough. This isn't happening for me. Why isn't it working out? I feel like I'm speaking to no one. But that one view every day adds up. You have a lot of silent watchers. Facebook isn't even accurately, like, having the numbers right. The numbers aren't totally accurate. Because Facebook's way is to make money. They want you to buy ads. They want you to pay for things. So they're not really going to put so much effort into figuring out exactly what the numbers are for everything. What the likes are, what the views are for your videos. So stop determining your worth. Stop determining your success based on what you feel like your engagement is doing. Because one person could come into your world today and see an old video and be like, oh my God, I want to work with her. I need her. I love her energy. But if you continuously keep showing up, seeing no engagement, and deleting your shit because you feel like a failure, they're never going to see that stuff. Your work is valuable. What you have to say and what you have to share is valuable. Stop worrying about engagement. Be so focused on, someone needs to hear this. Someone needs to hear this, so I'm going to share it. Someone needs to hear this, so I'm going to post it. Be so focused on creating something every single day and engaging and having connection and conversation and focusing on what you're going to create next for people, so you don't even have time to look back. Because we live in a busy space where the more that you show up in your algorithm, the more that you show up on your newsfeed, the more that you create, the more that you're going to show up in other people's newsfeed. Facebook wants you on as much as possible. And I'm not saying you have to show up every second, every hour, every minute. What I'm saying is, if you start showing up consistently, the more consistent you are, the more people are going to see you. But if you determine your engagement on, God, I can't do this, I'm not good enough, you're not going to show up in your full potential. You're not going to say what you want to say. You're not going to share what you want to share. You're not. Because that's how it works. So many people get so stuck in their head that they are like, analysis paralysis, overwhelm, I'm not good enough, self-doubt, fear, and it holds you back and it stops you from posting. It stops you from consistently showing up. It keeps you procrastinating. It keeps you wondering if this could happen. But you have to show up to make this happen. So get out of your head and realize that engagement does not matter as much as you think it does. And just because someone out there has 500 views on their video, it doesn't mean they made a sale. You could have one view on your video and make a sale. Views and likes and shares doesn't equal payments. You know what does? Creating consistent value. So many people out there are watching you silently and they're not telling you they're watching you. They're not messaging you. They're not liking your stuff. They're not commenting. They're not showing up on your stuff, but they're watching. And if you continuously show up and you don't let the doubt stop you, people are going to see your stuff over and over and over. Those silent watchers that are watching, it's going to add up over time. And eventually they're going to be like, wow. They're going to message you and they're going to say, I have been watching you for a few months now. I have been watching you for a year now. And I love what you're doing. I've never connected. I've never reached out, but I'm ready to work with you. So show up for the silent watchers. Show up for the low engagement. Show up for the people that need to hear you and that you want to help, because a lot of times the people that we're wanting to help are too afraid to show up. They're too afraid to speak out. They're too afraid to reach out and say, I love your stuff. You know? So show up. Amber. I love you, Amber. Thank you. So show up, show up, show up. Heidi did your first live this year. I'm so happy for you. And today, heck yeah. So get out there. Show up for the people that you don't even realize that are watching you. Show up for the people that don't even know about you. Show up for the people that aren't even in your space yet. Show up for the people that you know are out there that you can help. That in your mind, without a doubt, if they came into your world and they paid you and, you know, they needed your help, that you would be able to help them. Show up for them. Stop making it about engagement. Stop making this a popularity contest, because the minute that you allow yourself to stop making this a popularity contest, or who's better, or who looks better, or who's more professional, or who's more fancy, or who's cooler, and you focus on how can I help someone and what piece of content can I create today that's going to change someone's life, the sooner you get paid. People don't pay just because you look fancy. People pay because they see the true value that you can bring through your content, and they realize, wow, she could help me. So I hope this video helped you guys. If you guys are struggling in your business, you're ready to quit your job, you're ready to go full-time as a coach, healer, or hypnotist, or hypnotherapist, I want to help you. You know, you may be struggling with the mindset aspect of it, and you also may be struggling on like, what the fuck do I really do to grow a business and have my first client and make this freaking happen? Because I know I struggled with it for a very long time. I'm gonna, and I keep forgetting to do this, but I'm gonna drop the link to a free strategy call in the comments. And if you want to chat with me and dive in deeper and to explore how you can quit your 9-to-5 and you can go full-time as, you know, a coach, a healer, a hypnotherapist, I want to help you. I want to help you, and I want you guys to know that this is possible. You can go full-time. You can make a real income doing this. You can actually make a bigger, larger, higher income than a normal 9-to-5 with this. Like, there is so much opportunity in this. This is the new. This is what I think a lot of people are shifting into. So if you want to shift, if you want to explore how you can go full-time into this and do this as, like, it's just so amazing being able to do work that makes you so happy and being able to do it full-time. Being home with your kids more. Not putting your kid into daycare. Going full-time and doing the work you love. Not having to trade your, like, so many hours for money. So if you guys are interested in that and you want to explore how to do that, I'm going to drop a link in the comments. You guys can book a call with me and we can explore that and talk about it. So, totally free. So, I love you guys. I will talk to you later.